I was totally ready to leave. Not enjoying myself at all.
Cherry trees too, I know they.
No, not those ones. Don't worry about it.
Okay. They like the cherry trees.
Yeah, no, it's the ones down the other part.
I don't care about them. Is this the limit of the fire? I mean, it's not going to go lower down, yeah? It's going to go down? Or?
No, this is the limit.
This is the limit. Oh. So the oak trees are located at the other side, yeah?
Well, there's oak trees here too. There is a mix, but for example, that's a young oak there with all the leaves on.
Which one?
It has the dead leaves on.
Oh, the dead leaves on.
Oaks,
Oh, okay.
Oaks hang on to their leaves, and then next to it is another oak.
Okay, so
that taller one.
and it's not going to die because of the fire at the bottom.
Well, it's going to stress it out. We don't, some will survive, some won't. But keep in mind that over many, many centuries, that was a regular cycle, right?
Yes, yeah.
And one thing about, it's not an oak forest, it's an oak savanna.
Oh, okay.
So that means there's not a lot of oaks, there's a scattering of oaks. So some die in the fire and some survive. And then these trees here, that's sassafras, the one that has the, right in the foreground.
In the foreground, yeah.
That's kind
okay.
of curling branches.
Yes, yes.
That's a sassafras.
Uh-huh.
And that's another, we use the term Carolinian tree. Does that mean something to you? Or?
Which is in these forests, in these areas?
Yes.
Yes.
Only
Okay.
in the deep south of Ontario. It's
Okay.
the only place
Okay.
in Canada where you would have sassafras trees.
And this survived anyway. It's quite clear that it survives this fire.
It looks like it's going to have no
Yeah.
problems at all.
So you don't interfere at all to save a tree, or I don't know.
Yes, we do that all beforehand.
Oh, okay.
It's all done beforehand. So they've decided that I'm sure you're well aware that the key tree that we're trying to promote is the black oak
Okay. Yes.
tree,
Yes.
which is only in southern Ontario, nowhere else in Canada.
Yes. Yes.
And High Park is one of the best places in North America for black oak.
Yes. Yeah.
But the problem was that they weren't, because there were no more burns and so on, there were no young ones. And so we have artificially made a step to protect some in certain locations.
Okay.
You would there was actually we would put around it a stovepipe.
Oh, so the fire.
It would
cannot
sort of keep the
damage
heat,
it, yeah.
so it would still be warm in there, but it hopefully won't kill it.
Yeah.
So we've taken some steps to preserve certain trees because it is a managed forest.
That's right.
We're
yeah.
trying to manage it so that it will be restored. We want to make sure this tree survives. We put we started it with a very tiny one just to make sure there was oak trees in this area.
Yes.
And we want to make sure some.
Well, these are also the oaks, or
Yeah,
oh,
see,
okay.
and that's why they're replanting and trying to regenerate, because they're all of the age where they're dying.
Manager of Urban Forest Renewal at the City of Toronto, and all the folks in the red suits are with the fire crew today. They're with Lands and Forests Consulting. Fred Bruin is the fire boss. He has 40 years of experience in conducting prescribed burns, and he's been doing them in High Park. This is the 9th operational burn that we've done in High Park, and a couple of test plot burns prior to that. So he has a lot of experience with this location and with burning in general. The High Park, I mean, it's a great day to be in High Park always on this day. It's beautiful weather, and it's exciting to see something different happening in a park. The fire is an exciting thing to watch. I do ask you to mind Fred in terms of any directions that you get, and some of our staff as well may give you directions in terms of how close you can get to the fire. He's the boss, and you must mind his directions to you. It is exciting for the volunteers that work in this park and the staff after the burn, because we were able to see the benefit of the burn to this plant community. This is a rare plant community. There's less than 1% of it left in Ontario, and we are trying to preserve it. It provides value to the insects and the wildlife, the birds, and other things that use that benefit from what we do today. And so, and I hope it benefits the park users who just enjoy seeing all of those things in the park and enjoy the environment. So I would like now to introduce Fred Bruin, and I'll be free to answer any other questions after the media. We're going to try to proceed with this fairly quickly.
Well, thanks a million for the interest that you folks have. It's an absolutely stunning day to be here in High Park, and from my perspective, any day that you get a chance to play with matches is a good day. And, this is not a play with matches day. This is a science process that's been developed over many, many years, and it is an integral part of fire management in the province of Ontario and throughout North America, and it's an integral part of ecosystem management, especially tallgrass prairies and oak savannas. The City of Toronto is one of the luckiest places in the world to have such a jewel of High Park, this size, in this location with the species it has, and the management by fire is a really unique thing in an urban center. It's way above the standard. So the City of Toronto, they've got certain goals and objectives, and Beth talked a wee bit about the history of it, but the purpose of it is 20 years ago, there wasn't one oak seedling in this park. None. Zero. Zippo. I don't know how else to explain it. Now there are thousands of oaks, and they're about this high or this high, and in some places they're 16, 18, 20 feet high. I'll never see them. I would have to be about 150 or 160 years old to see them. But my grandkids are going to see them, and your grandkids are going to see them. And they're going to say, oh boy, those parks people really did some good job managing. So that's the purpose, is to keep this ecosystem alive and thriving. Prescribed burning, I said, is a science. It's not to throw the match down and, oh God, I hope things go well today. This is everyone here is a professional firefighter. Everyone here has been in part of we're in the window. It's called the window of opportunity. So we're looking for a relative humidity of 20 to 60%. And dropping, so it's at 60% and dropping right now. As the temperature increases, the relative humidity decreases. The wind speed, we were looking from 5 to 25. We've got about 3.5, 4 kilometers right now. The odd time we're getting up into the 5 to 6 kilometers. But as the daytime heating goes on, the wind increases. It always does. Done it for millions of years. So what we were looking for is 5 to 25, and we're in the 5 to a maximum of 15 kilometers today. So we're in the window. Wind direction, we could care less where it's from, as long as it comes. And it always comes. So we've got any wind direction. I'm going to talk to you about this in a minute. So fire predictions. This tells each of the firefighters a certain thing. What we were looking for on prescription, we were looking for a fine fuel moisture code of 84 to 92. So 84 to 92 means something to a firefighter when you're talking about FFMC, the fine fuels. It tells you the amount of moisture that's left in the fuel after the winter and with the drying that we're occurring right now. We're looking for 84 to 92. Today, it's 88. Now this is slightly adjusted because that 88 will be at 4 o'clock this afternoon, and it's increasing to that level, so we're in the window. We're looking for initial spread index of 3 to 12, and with a 5 kilometer wind, it's 4, so we're in the window. We're looking for a fire weather index of 8 to 16, and the fire weather index is today is going to be 8.2. I honestly feel in my gut it's going to be about 9 or 10, but we're in the window. So once you're in the window, you can go ahead. Today, I want to talk to you a wee bit about smoke. Normally, smoke doesn't bother us. Today, there's been a smog advisory issued by the